Oh, we're live. Oh, hey, what do you know? What?
Ta-da! Nice.
There we go. Yes.
We did it.
Yes, we are finally on stage.
We've been
All
waiting
right.
8 minutes for this. Okay,
God,
great.
it's crazy. But to all the true patrons who are still with us, thank you.
Yes, Dominic, hopefully you're still here.
Yes,
Saw your comment. Yeah,
thank
awesome.
you, folks. But hey, can you give us a shout? Because we still do not know if this is actually working.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
technology. But yeah, so let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're with us. We do not know if we are live, but we see the sign. But we've been saying that for 8 minutes. So
Yeah.
hopefully this is working
We can just talk to each other. It's fine. It's lower pressure that way anyway. Doesn't matter. We're not live. Well, at least we gained something from it.
now. True.
So,
But hey, thank you for joining us this lovely day. And Dorian, thank you for joining us. I am thrilled about this conversation. Folks, welcome where we talk about all things partnerships. Have an expert from the industry tell you what exactly they've seen, how they approach partnerships, and how you can steal a bunch of that. I see a
yes.
LinkedIn user telling us that we are live. I am glad. Thank you for letting us know. This is yours truly, Kaushik Karnan, and I take care of strategic partnerships at Kinsey. We're a sales tax automation solution, and today we are joined by Dorian. Dorian, why don't you say hi?
Hello. Yes, thank you for the drum roll intro. Yeah, nice to be here. Thanks for asking me to join you. Yeah, it's been fun getting to know you guys for the last couple of weeks. So happy to chat.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dorian. We are going to jump right into the brass tacks, folks. And as you know, today's conversation is centered around channel relationships, channel partnerships, and at the same time, how integrations play into that. I know that a lot of us build integrations because we have to, right? There's the customer saying, hey, if you're not plugged into this tool, I will not go ahead with the sale. And we build for that. But can integrations go a layer further? Can that mean something for the business apart from just those customers adopting them? And what does an ecosystem and a channel around that look like? Is some of the things that Dorian will be sharing with us today, and we are thrilled to learn. All right then. So, folks, if you have any questions, say in all honesty, between us, I have three questions. That's all. So I'm banking and betting big on all of you sharing some questions for us for this conversation. So please do keep dropping them in the comments. I'm going to start calling them out. And we also had a question from Maria, which was already shared prior to the event. Thank you, Maria. If you're on call with us, we will get that address. But Dorian, as we start this conversation, what does a channel around an integration even mean? What does that even look like?
Yeah, well, it's a good place to start. So you're kind of combining. There's lots of different types of partnerships. So I think of like, this is just my own interpretation of it. Okay, so this is not the rule or the way that you have to think about it, but this is how I think of it. So I think of integrations typically have to do with product enhancement and making the product better for the customer, usability, whatever that is, new features. It's kind of like when you're making sort of a make or buy decision, right? Like, do you want to engineer a solution in the product yourself and use sort of engineering cycles on that, or do you want to maybe work with a partner and see if you can factor in things they've already built to enhance your product? That's integrations, right? So that's to do with product. Channel is money. So channel, you can think of channels to market, like how we get our goods to market and our products to market, and like in the regular world, usually we buy things through channel, right? We go to like the supermarket or whatever to buy groceries, or we buy clothes at a store, and like those the grocery store and all of those retail outlets, those are actually all partners of the distributors, and then the distributors partner with the manufacturers. So we're used to channel in our everyday life. So channel in tech is the exact same thing. We're just selling goods through channel. So how those two combine, um, I guess you want to think about like, so if you're bringing if you're bringing in, an integration to enhance your product,
Mhm.
you can kind of think a little strategically, does that integration, first of all, is it a B2C type of integration or product? It might not be. Like it might be a B2B type integration where your customers, you might not interact with, or they might not interact with that integration at all ever. If it's a B2C, which C could be a lot of things, right? C
Sure.
could be B, like,
Mhm.
um, but the idea is, does that integration um, carry with it the same customer base as your product, right? And if it does, there's an opportunity to do sort of a joint go-to-market strategy with that integration partner. So you can do that in a bunch of ways. You can you can um, convert your integration partners into channel partners, and they can have their own sort of go-to-market motions, or you can combine your integration partners with channel partners and marry the two and have like joint go-to-market sales motions. So that's the big picture, I guess.
Hey, I love that. And Rahul, Rohit, thank you for joining us. I see you all in the comments. Fantastic. Hey, I also want to understand who we're talking to. Do I go out on a limb and say most of us are in tech? If so, we will continue to tailor this conversation towards tech integration partnerships. Given integrations, fairly straightforward that it'll mostly be tech, but we still want to make sure. Are you selling any other goods? Because as Dorian brought up, this can be very different for B2B versus a B2C. So let us know if you're in tech, and we will continue to tailor the conversation. And Dorian, as our folks do that in the comments, you touched upon one thing which I love. You spoke about, are they selling to the same people? And
Mhm.
that's honestly been one of that's the cornerstone of partnerships, isn't it?
Mhm.
Are they talking to the same people you and your business are trying to talk to? Would you say that that's the first qualification criteria for a partnership?
Yeah, I think it can be. I think it depends. Like, so if you're just talking about a pure integration partnership and you really want that or need that product enhancement, then your focus is probably going to be around product. But if you're looking for, a new channel and a new way to go to market, and that is just important as sort of the product enhancement, then you probably want both. Or maybe you want a favor channel if this is more of a go-to-market strategy. Um, so it depends. I guess it depends. That's probably going to be my answer a lot with these
Right.
questions, but it depends on, like, yeah, who your what your role is. If your role is enhancing the product, you might not be as worried about go to market, but you should keep it in mind because you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. So,
Nice, nice. Hey, Dominic, you are still with us. Thank you. What a trooper. I'm glad you're still with us. And it's great to
yes.
see that you're still in tech. And I'm going to delve into one of the questions that Maria also brought up. And
Mhm.
Dorian, you just segued into that for us, where you spoke about, hey, how do you marry an integration with channel? How does an integration become money? The channel line that you just brought up. And I'm sure if we share this with our folks, they'll go back home happy.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I think like the
It
if you just
depends.
yeah, yeah. Well, oh man, no pressure. Okay, if you really distill it down, if you do have that joint customer base, then the way that it becomes money is, I think there's a few things you need to do when you establish the relationship in the first place. So you're talking about like, hey, we're going to integrate this thing with our product. You're probably going to want to bring that conversation up early. Like, what are our expectations on go to market after? So, this isn't just you're integrating with our product and like, hey, you're going to increase your user base because you're going to absorb all of our customers. We want your customers too. So what are the expectations on time to value and getting traction with those customers using both products, right? And you might want to like discuss that and negotiate that first. um, and then along with that is, you probably want to understand how that integration partner currently goes to market.
Right.
Are they a SaaS product? Do they have a typical, account executive kind of like outreach, whatever workflow? Are they listed in any hyperscaler marketplaces like AWS and those kind of places?
Mm,
Like,
mm,
where can you like tag along um, and kind of like show up together with them? And you might want to like think about, okay, so if it is direct sales, how do we establish a go-to-market motion? And you make sure it matches on both sides. We'll
right.
make sure that our account executive team does a go-to-market motion on our side. You make sure yours does too. We'll do a joint promotion or a joint offering, like a bundled offer with both of our products, something like that. Um, and then you could also bring in channel partners, which is what I do. So this is be like, for example, you could bring in system integrators if you've got like two products that kind of marry well together, but there's still a little bit of a technical lift. You could bundle the two products plus a system integrator to like stand it all up. Yeah, but really, yeah, the essence of it is negotiate that early, figure out how your integration partner goes to market, and set expectations on adoption.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Dorian. Hey,
Yeah.
Dominic, I hope that helps. That continues to touch on the questions you had. And Maria, if you're with us, I hope this is what you were hoping to listen to. And Dorian, I love how you brought up matching of sales motions. Because
Mhm.
if somebody is selling just purely product led, and if you have a completely sales driven notion, that whole rapport might or might not work out. And that isn't necessarily something we even bring up in conversations. So this happened recently. I'm talking to, hey, if you're on the call, Dual Entry, shout out to you guys. Dual Entry is one of our partners we're working with. And on the first call that I had with them, one of the questions they had was, how do you sell? What does your sales motion look like?
Mhm.
And when a partner asks you that, you know they're serious. You know that they know what they're talking about. And it's fantastic to work with partners like that. So when you're doing the qualification for new partners, what you mentioned now, Dorian, is generally overlooked. Folks talk about, hey, what's your customer base? Where are you selling to? And do we have overlap there? And that's about it. We're all happy. We say, hey, okay, let's facilitate introductions, all of that good stuff. But if your sales motions do not match, you're not selling to the same kind of people, and things might break. That was a good call out, though, Dorian. Thank you.
Mm. Well, thank you. Yeah. No, I think that's very important. Align early, and then you can make decisions too on how you want to prioritize those integrations. Is this just purely a product play, or do you have some go-to-market possibilities, right? Um, and then you can make a decision like what are you prioritizing yeah, and sometimes there's just like complete incongruence too between customer base, like the products marry well together but the like sort of standard customer base is completely different.
True.
So I mean, I would say also not to like agonize over it or try to force the issue. Like,
Hmm.
I know a lot of partner people are very creative and we're good at finding sort of ways around things and creative go to market motions, but I would just say, like, sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes you've got to move on to a different partner or a different project. If the circumstances are too customized and the payoff isn't really going to be good enough, I
Right.
would just say, like, don't bother. It's yeah.
Learn when to pivot and say no, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Beautiful. And folks, we have about 10 minutes in. I know this was short and sweet. I know you want us to go on for a couple more hours. But if you have questions, go ahead and fire them. We will continue to answer that. And on this creative strategy, Dorian, that you brought up, one of the things that we used to do at Survey Sparrow was anytime we had a new integration partner, HubSpot, Freshworks, our motion with Freshworks worked really well for this in particular, where once we integrated, we went after Freshworks partners and said, hey, let's all shake hands and work together. How about we bundle Freshworks and Survey Sparrow and go to market in your territories? And we saw good success. What's your take on this? Because I feel like this is a good blend, a nice amalgamation between channel and integrations working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, depends on the product, but I mean, some product like Zapier, where I work right now, is very integration led,
Mhm.
right? So for us, like on the channel side, as we're building our channel program, like our integrations and our integration partners are very important to us. The more integrations Zapier has, the stronger the product and likely the more user adoption. It's very Zapier is very elastic to like integrations equal customers. Um, not every product is like that, but Zapier is. So for us on the channel side, when we're thinking about like building and expanding our channel program and finding partners that can help us go to market, and solution partners like system integrators, we're looking at, well, okay, first stop is which channel partners are already system integrators or solution partners or channel partners or referral partners in any of our other top integrations. So, for instance, like all of the HubSpot partners would be great candidates to become Zapier,
Mhm.
channel partners because they understand both products very well. And if our customers are looking for solutioning for both Zapier and HubSpot, our s- then our customers are looking for that, then our solution partners can step in and build those solutions. So then that gives us an opportunity to uh, do some creative marketing with our channel partners and solution partners and say like, hey guys, since you're partners, and just as an example, right, both with Zapier and HubSpot, why don't you guys come up with some kind of a go-to-market offering or a webinar or some kind of cool service that we can stand behind and back, um, where you're offering to like build a RevOps solution or something like that, right? Using these tools, and then potentially we could even go get support from HubSpot and ask them to kind of like promote these go-to-market initiatives too. So that's sort of um, how you thread all those things together. It's just figuring out the motivations of each stakeholder and making sure those are all weighted into the equation, and then yeah, then you build a go-to-market motion. So yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Love that. Beautiful, Dorian. Way to go ahead and stitch all of that in together. Fantastic. Thank you. And folks, I just got a reminder saying we're down to our last 5 minutes. If you have any questions, now is the time to drop that in. And Dorian, you mentioned about coming up with cool ideas and how we can back them. Now, let's talk about how we make these relationships successful. We spoke about how to identify them, what would be the mode of working with them, but how do you help these partners become successful? Because ultimately them becoming successful is you becoming successful. So you said, you come up with a cool idea, we'll back you, but what does backing you mean?
hmm I guess it could mean a bunch of things. Like, so, it could just be like support. Like, I mean, d- Zapier is an incumbent and has a fairly recognizable name, right? So for our partners, if we're out there, like our team is out there, like thumbs upping and sharing and resharing, like webinars and things that our partners are working on, that has a lot of adds a lot of credibility, allowing them to use kind of all of our branded stuff and saying, yep, go tell everyone it's Zapier, go tell everyone all about us. If it's a big enough project and it's worth doing, maybe we would even back it with some funding, some extra marketing dollars. So that's also possibly an option. And then incentivization. There's all kinds of ways to do that, but one example is like spiffing partners. So that means if they sell a certain sort of SKU or product line, or maybe it doesn't matter what they sell, like just for everything, but you can incentivize certain sales by giving sort of bonus commissions or spiffs right on those sales, and then that will incentivize your partners to get creative and go do that creative go-to-market planning themselves. Um, the other can be challenge, but piece of work there is, so with these multi-threaded kind of go-to-market motions where we're talking about like having like a system integrator bundle up a bunch of your product plus a bunch of integrations and service work, um, then you might want to go and like rally support from each of those other integrations. So that can be hard to do. You've got to show like big that this will have potentially really big impact. Um, if you're asking for dollars specifically, but usually I think like those partners would be willing to at least share like credibility, right? Like share back these sort of ideas, maybe even provide a spokesperson for a webinar or things like that. Um, so yeah, I mean, those are a few different ways. I don't if that's helpful.
Oh no, of course. And the thing is, as we keep getting into these larger conversations with multiple stakeholders, they mostly mean enterprise accounts, right? And those
Mm.
are investments we have to make as the company goes up market. So
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Enterprise is always a whole different animal.
right.
So, yeah.
All right, then we are down to our last 2 minutes, Dorian, and we are going to fire three questions, and you
Uh-oh.
tell us. You tell us what's coming top of mind. One line, one word. That's about it. We ready?
Sure. Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's go. So, what's a myth about channel that you would love to bust?
Um, that just because everybody else is doing it, we should do it too. And that it's
No.
that it's this easy, like that it's, yeah, I can expand on that. I think like channel is very important, but if you're going to pursue building a channel program, you need to properly resource it, and you need to give it room and space and time to breathe and grow. And you need to be ready to be wrong about assumptions you made about potential partners. Your ideal partner profile may not be at all anything like what you thought it would be, and you have to give time and space to suss that out. So I that's one that's my myth. That's kind of a lot of myths rolled into one.
Yeah, I love that. There were so many tongue twisters and rhyme schemes in there. I love it.
And being very poetic. I didn't sleep much, so that's what happens.
There is, if you were to drop every other metric you're measuring and you could have just hold on to just one for your
Hmm.
channel success, what would that be?
Oh gosh, that's a really interesting question. I would say time to value is
Mhm.
really important. So this indicates many things. So what time to value means is like once you get a partner onboarded, like how quickly do they get onboarded and produce value for you? Um, if that's happening quickly, usually it means you've got your ideal partner profile right. This is the right partner for you. And it usually means there's more interest in your program, and it usually means there's more stickiness. So this isn't just like an opportunistic partner joining and, like they fade out after like 2 weeks. This usually means like they're really excited to be there and they're going to like drive value for you. And those are the ones that I would give more management attention to also.
Beautiful. Love that, Dorian. Thank you. We are a little over time. Are you open to folks getting in touch with you after this to double
Yeah.
down conversations? Where can they find you? Is LinkedIn the best place?
Yep. Find me on LinkedIn. Yep. Feel free to reach out, send a message, add me. So,
Beautiful. Thank you, Dorian. And folks, hey, you know where to find me, Kaushik Kannan Muttamu Selvan on LinkedIn. I know that's a mouthful. But hey, absolute pleasure. We will see you with another conversation at Sharkdom, where Sharkdom serves to be the tool for all things channel and partnerships, one PRM for all of that good stuff. Go check us out. Go drop by. Go come say hi to all of our LinkedIn profiles. But hey, this has been an absolute treat. So thank you.
oh, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
All right. Now we just awkwardly, weirdly keep talking until we're taken off stage.
Are we still live? Oh, I
It
guess
is
we
still
are. Yeah, okay.
live.
All right.
All right. This is
Well,
the cue team to take us offline.
you could do your third question really quick. I'll see if I can answer it.
Oh, what's a never again question?
Oh,
What's a never
were there
again?
three? What's a
Yes, I
what?
take the last one.
Okay.
What's a never again for you?
A never again. Oh gosh. I will never work for a company where like it's like they're trying to build a channel program and basically the job description is like do everything, like ideate, plan the whole thing, come up with all the metrics, and we're only hiring one person, and we're testing it, and we're not going to resource it, and you have to prove it. Um, that's a no. That's going to be a no from me.
You are, you are, oh, love that.